Hello and welcome to Hexed Encountered. My name is Joe. Today I'm going to be continuing my playthrough of Iwo Bloodbath in the Bonins. And I played up through turn 4, so we will be continuing with turns 5 through however many turns there are in the game. 16, I think. So I'm going to load it up here and we're going to get right into it. So we're going into turn 5, as I mentioned. We have 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, yes, 16 turns in total. I'll probably do a little bit less explaining. If you didn't watch part 1, I would suggest you do so that you can follow along with what's going on in the game. But for now, I'm just going to continue with turn 5, and we'll try to move a little bit more quickly with less explaining, I guess, per se, of what I'm doing. And we'll just kind of continue with the playthrough. So we are right now in free movement. And the way free movement works, again, if you forgotten, real quick, I said I wouldn't explain stuff, but I'll do it real quick here because I don't know that I've used free movement yet, is anybody who's more than 4 hexes away from an enemy unit can be moved up to that 4 hex border, I guess. And so you can see them highlighted in yellow. So it would be this unit, and then down here we have a couple more. Now, the other thing you can do with units that are more than 4 hexes away from the enemy is replace them with an additional step for units that have been reduced, such as these two here. You can see they are 4, 5, 6s. That means they've been reduced by a step. There's only 2 steps per unit, so another reduction would actually eliminate the unit. You can see here the 6, 6, 6. Those are full strength units. Again, the 3 numbers are attack, defense, and movement rating. So that's why each one has a 6, because they're Marine infantry units. They're infantry battalions, and that is just how that's what their ratings are essentially for this game. The Japanese units, we're not exactly sure what they have. That's why we see question marks. But again, they would have the same thing: attack, defense, and movement ratings. So we are going to skip the free movement. Now we have replacement. So I can put up to 2 in here, which I'm going to do. I'm going to put 1 here and hit replace, and that makes him a 660. You use your movement, all your movement points up by doing this. And I'll also do it for this one right here. Confirm. Now we go to the movement phase. And so you can see at the top it says select a friendly unit you wish to move or land more units. Now I do have 2 units available for landing. They are my 2 tank units. I am not going to land them yet, because they'll get stuck on the beach, and the Japanese can kill pretty much anything that hits the beach until Mount Suribachi has been taken. So that is my first goal here, is to take Mount Suribachi. So I'm going to move these 2 units up here and attempt to have these 3 units attack there. I'm going to move this guy down as well to have someone I can move in case I take losses in one of these 2, mainly these 2, but conceivably this one as well, possibly. Okay, and then we can just hit select next unit, and it'll jump to an available unit that has not moved yet. As you can see, we've got a unit here adjacent to this one, so I actually want to move this guy, and I'll put him here. We can have a 2-on-1 attack here. We have a 1-on-1 here, 1-on-1 here. Here we have the ability to put a couple of units against one of these guys. So I think aside from moving this guy and the units down here at the bottom, I'm pretty good. We're just going to hit end phase. And yes, I know I have moves remaining, but I do want to move on to the bombardment phase. So now we're going to bombard our enemies. And again, we have 10 targets. We can apply 2 to any particular Japanese unit. So we'll put 2 on this guy because I want to suppress him. Then we'll go 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and we have 3 left. So we can double down on 3. We'll double down on the ones that I know I'm only going to be attacking with 1 unit, like these 2. And then one of these will also only be attacked by 1 unit. We'll do the northern one because this guy is already reduced. So we'll hit confirm bombardment. Our ships and our aircraft will come in and do their runs. And they hit all these Japanese units, and we will find out if they are suppressed. And we have suppression here, not, yes, no, and no. Damn it. This one, I was really hoping I was going to get it. But we're going to hit them anyway. because we need to. That's not a particularly strong unit, a 0-2-0. But I still have to deplete somebody, so we will deplete one of our units. I don't want to deplete this unit because that would eliminate him. Okay, so now we move on to another unit. So we'll try this guy here. And I'm just going to hit him with one unit and hope for the best. 2-3-2 could be bad. We had no result there, so now we'll hit this guy with 2. And we have to take a depletion. So this turn not going particularly well. And this guy has to retreat. So we'll move him back. And then we'll hit this guy as our last attack. So this turn, not going particularly well. I did have some good luck in the early turns. This turn, however, pretty bad in general. So we're going to move this guy up. And I believe we have this one here that we can attack as well. So we'll do that too. Probably not going to get anything good. We got a depletion, but we also killed one. So we'll have to deplete this guy. And that will end our phase. Okay, so now we go back to a movement phase, and this is your secondary movement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this. Well, I wanted to move this guy up, and I still may be able to if I move him first. So I'll move him over here, and then I move him up, and then I can move one of these guys. I'll move my flamethrower unit in here. So now I can use these two to attack this guy right here in our next turn. And I'm going to actually back these guys up so they're eligible for replacements. I think that'll be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think both these guys will now be eligible for replacements. We'll pull this guy up because, again, I want to cycle units in to keep the pressure up. I need to take Mount Suribachi. Ideally, I would have taken it by now, but things have not gone as well as I had hoped they would, so we must move on. Let's see, what else we're going to move here. We can move this guy up. We can move this guy. We'll move him this way. We'll move this guy over here. And we'll send this unit up here as well. And I think, we need to move this guy out. So he's obviously in some rough terrain here because he can't go very far. Again, I already have 2 units. You can only really replenish 2 units per turn. I also have 8 eliminated units that I can bring back. And if they're infantry battalions, they come back at half strength. So I may do that at some point if I can ever catch up, which I probably won't. The goal is to have as few eliminated units as possible at the end of the game, assuming we actually manage to clear the island of Japanese defenders, because that's the only way you're going to get a win, is to both clear the island and take not a ton of eliminated units. Okay, so now we're back to an attack. So I'm going to hit this pillbox right here with these 2 guys. Hope for the best. And we didn't do anything, but we didn't lose anything. So we'll hit this guy. And we did get something, but we have to take a depletion. I think I'm just going to hold tight here now. Well, you do have to be aggressive, so let's take a chance. I'm probably going to end up getting reduced here, but we're going to take a shot at it anyway. Oh, we just have to retreat 3, so we'll go over here. I should maybe start sweeping east anyway. You know, I could try it here, but the last time we took a step loss when it was a 6-6 unit, and so I'm not gonna press my luck there. We need to suppress these guys. We need better bombardment results, really, and we're gonna lose some units. We've lost 1. We're up to 9 eliminated, so we only lost 1 that turn, which isn't terrible. Not great, but not terrible. All right, so now we're back at our free movement phase, turn 6. We're gonna skip our free movement again, I believe. well, maybe not. Let's move him here, since he's full strength. And yeah, I'm just going to end my free movement. So now we're in replacement, and we will replace here, and we will replace I guess I'll replace this guy. Okay, so now we're back to the movement phase again. So if we move him here, you can see because of terrain he went around. Now if we put this guy here, let's move him here, move him there, move him there, and that's pretty much it. Now we'll move this guy down. And we will move on to the attack phase. So we're going to bombard. I'm going to hit. I'm going to use 4 down here. I need to start making some hay while I can down here on the bottom. Then we'll hit this guy twice. We'll hit this one. We'll hit this one twice. And we'll hit this one twice. And hope we get some suppression so that I can eliminate some of these units. You really need to eliminate multiple units per turn, or you're just not going to be able to win this game. All right, so northern end looks pretty good. So we do have this guy here. We can try to hopefully eliminate him. And we didn't. Despite being suppressed, and so that time we did get them with a arguably weaker. They don't have any support units. That may be why they didn't have a flamethrower or a tank alongside. Maybe that was the difference. These guys also do not have a support unit. That attack also failed. So let's try. Let's try this one with these two. Okay. Move him up. Now I'm going to hit this guy with this one, even though, well, he is suppressed. So we can't take damage. But actually that worked out. We eliminated him. So that puts us in a good position now to actually get this last pillbox, take Mount Suribachi. Then I can use that free movement turn to move those units up north as quickly as possible and start trying to finish cleaning up the island. So I still feel like this particular run is going pretty well in general. I don't have any combat available. It says that up here. So we're just going to end phase. Now we can move or land units. I'm actually going to risk it, I think, and land my tanks. And we'll land one here, and we'll land one here. And hope for the best. So now we're going to move these guys. Actually, let's do this. We'll take him and move him here. And we'll move him here. And we'll move him. Oh, I can't move him there. I was hoping I would be able to move him here. That way I would be able to put a whole lot of firepower on this guy, but apparently I can't do that. So, just in case, I'm going to pull this guy up. Just in case. Okay, we'll move this guy across. Get him closer. Move this guy closer as well. I would like to bring him more over to this side. So we're just going to move up the airfield. And I guess that's all I want to do, maybe. Let's move him up here, actually. And see if we can knock this pillbox out. So we'll attack this one with these units and hope for the best. No. I'm not going to touch this guy because I don't want to risk it. And we'll hit this guy with these two. And hope we get it. We did knock him out. We do take a depletion, but that was well worth it. We've now able to actually capture Suribachi. I think it says Suribachi captured. So I don't think I'm going to attack anybody else right now. So we're just going to end our phase. Yeah, we're going to end phase. Yes. Select enemy. So they're attacking now. You notice they're not attacking the units on the beach. And they didn't eliminate anybody, so that's good. So now we've got a foothold here. The mountain is in our hands. The flag has been raised. We can start trying to knock these guys out. So now the tanks can come into effect here. I wish there was a way to speed up the animation. But apparently there is not. Okay. Free movement. So again, yeah, we're going to move these guys up. This part takes a little bit of time. Ideally, we would be able to do this much faster. But it is what it is. So I am able to move all of these units up slowly, one by one. So while we wait on this, I just want to thank everybody who's still watching. I appreciate it. I know these videos get long. It's kind of repetitive. Sometimes you may not want to watch somebody play a game like this. So if you're sticking around watching, I appreciate it. Whether you subscribe or not, I'd appreciate it more if you did, but I'm just saying, you don't have to. But if you do, thank you very much. Hopefully you give it at least a like. If you want to, post a comment about your thoughts on, the things I'm doing, maybe something you would like to see. I'm not going to say I don't do requests, but if you request something and it's within the, the realm of possibility, I will definitely look into it. Just 2 more units to move, and then we'll be ready to do some replacements. Actually, I think I might have messed this up because you can't move them and do replacements. I'm going to leave this guy because I'm going to hit a replacement on him. So we're going to hit end free movement. We'll do a replacement here. Then I will take somebody out of my eliminated. We'll take one of the flamethrower guys. And so now he becomes available for landing, and I can land him on the secondary movement phase, just not right now. All right, so now we're in the regular movement phase again. So let's move this guy up. Let's see if we can't get some attacks going here. Yeah, we'll go up here, I think. And I think that's all I'm going to do. So I know I mentioned it earlier about the sectors, but if you turn your sector overlay, you can now see that the Americans have taken 2 sectors. We have this sector and this sector down here, and you can see sector secured 2. And you can see the American flag overlay now, almost half the island, I guess. The western half is in our hands. We just need to take the top and the eastern side of the pork chop, because this does Iwo Jima does kind of look like a pork chop. I've read that, and it really does kind of look like a pork chop. So we're going to now move on to the attack phase. Well, the bombardment phase and then the attack phase. So we're going to hit this guy twice. We're going to hit this guy twice. We're going to hit this guy twice. So that's 6. We have 4 left. We'll do 2 here, and we'll do 2 here. And hit confirm. Fire at will. All right, what do we got? So we got 1, 2, 3 out of the 5 are suppressed. So better than none. Take what you can get. Oh my goodness. All right. I really need some support units, I think, is what it is, because we don't have, we're not, and I have to retreat even better. So it's almost like I shouldn't even bother to attack this one because it probably won't work out. No, it did work out. So we did eliminate one at least this turn. We need to do a little bit better than that. We're about halfway through here, and we need to, you know, get things going. I don't know that I'm going to do any more attacks, only because the odds aren't great. I mean, I guess what the hell, why not, right? Probably going to use... Well, we got rid of one, but we're going to take a depletion. So we're going to lose an infantry battalion. We'll keep the flamethrower so I can attach it to one of these 6s here. And I'll have to bring that unit back in. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy might be eligible for a replacement. Okay, so we're going to end our phase. Yeah, I'm not attacking there with that. Not going to happen. All right, so now I can land my flamethrower. I'll land him up here. Friendly unit you wish to move. So we're going to move this guy and stack him with him. We'll take this one and go here. Take this one and go here. Can my tanks reach anybody? No. Well, we're going to send one tank up here to link him up with somebody. Maybe this guy, maybe this guy. We'll send this one in this direction for next turn. Tank hook up with one of these two. We'll move these 6/6/3s over so that they can get involved in the attack as well. And then this guy can also make a stack with him. And we'll move him over here. And this guy I'm going to actually leave, I believe, so that I can replenish him and land another flamethrower unit there. So that's going to be the end of this. Yes, we will attack. We're going to attack this one with these units here. Hopefully that's enough firepower to actually get rid of them. They moved. You could see them move that time, but we did take a depletion. Okay, so now we'll move this guy up. I think that's all I'm going to do. So we're going to move on to the next turn. All right, didn't lose anybody. On to turn 8. This is the midpoint of the game. All right, so free movement. We will use that on him, and we'll move him up to here. Why not? And then he's done, but we can move him again on the... oh, wait, we do have this guy down here, too. We'll move him up as well. He'll go up to the airfield area. So I'm thinking I'll have 2 pushes, one to the right or east in this area. We have a whole lot of buildup right here. And then a smaller push to the north to try and clear this part of the island. We still have a whole lot of Japanese here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Looks like 33 Japanese units left to eliminate in 8 turns. Well, 9, I guess, counting this one. So that's a tall order. You're talking more than 3 per turn. Could be tough. Could be tough. We're going to put a replacement in here. I believe he's the only one eligible. Then we'll take a guy out of our eliminated. I'm going to take one of my flamethrower units because they're very, very useful. And that will end our... Oh, now we're in the movement phase. So we need to start getting ready to put some pressure on these guys. So we'll move him here. I'm going to take this guy and pull him out, actually. I'm going to pull him out of the line. Send him essentially to the reserves. And we'll move this guy up in here, like so. And I'll retreat this guy back as well. We'll move this guy up along with the tank. And we're going to take this guy and pull him back too. Since they're already reduced, I'm going to see if I can get him back to full strength. In the meantime, we'll just move these guys up. We'll move this guy up as well. Now I should be able to hit this area pretty solidly. Now we have some units up here which obviously have been reduced as well, but we're going to use them anyway. In the hopes that this pillbox here, which already redeployed once because it was over here, we're going to hit it again. Maybe it's not as strong as it was. Maybe we knock it out. I think that's all I want to do movement-wise. Everybody's used except this guy, I believe. So we're just going to move on to the next phase. Pick our targets. 2, 2, 2. We really don't have a whole lot else we're going to hit. We could try this one, I guess. I guess it really doesn't matter. We can hit. We'll hit this one, I guess. And it's just because, I mean, it's not like I'm going to be able to attack them this turn, most likely, but we'll hit them anyway. Because we have the ordnance, why not? All right, so we got some suppressions. We didn't get one up here, which I was hoping, and we didn't get this one, which I was also hoping for. We did get that one, which is basically useless, but we'll start here. This should be a win, I would think. That was a whole lot of power applied in one spot there. You know what? I'm going to hit this guy anyway. And no effect. That when you don't suppress them, things get not great. Well, he moved again, I guess. And we took a depletion, which in this instance means a loss. So that unit now goes to the eliminated box. And we can move this guy up, which I really didn't need to do because the unit moved right there. But that's fine. Whatever. End phase. Okay, so now we're going to land our flamethrower. And we'll move everybody else up. We're going to move him in this direction. We'll move him in this direction as well. He's on deck for a replacement, so we'll leave him there. These two are both on deck for replacements. We'll move these guys up here. So now we can hit this one. That popped up out of nowhere there. Those three are not going to move. Although all three of these guys are actually unless we eliminate this guy, these are all going to be within range of Japanese units and therefore not eligible. Although he might be able to move far enough back. That might work. All right, so we're going to stop here. Yes, the only unit I'm going to attack is this one. Whoops. Clicked in the wrong spot. Hope we don't take a loss. Of course we did. So we get another depletion, but now that opens up both these guys. I'm going to hit this guy again. And we take another depletion. And I think, yeah, that's it. And I lost my unit I just put there. Great. All right. Okay, so we're going to skip free movement. And we'll just put we'll use one replacement there. And I will use one of these and put him. He's going to land here again, hopefully. Maybe I'll land him further south where they might not be able to hit him. I don't know. Anyway. Hoping he can get there. Yes, he can. Okay. Use those two there. Use that one there. We got this. that's actually going to do me any good. Yeah, it will, because I have support unit here. Alright, so we're going to end that phase. Go to the bombardment phase. 2, 2, 2, 2. And... yeah, I don't know. Doesn't really matter, I guess. All right. Well, that's good. So we can hit it with these 3. Hopefully knock it out. We can move somebody up. We'll move that one up. Now we'll hit this guy. Okay, that worked out. We'll try this one. Nothing, somehow. All right. Ugh. Okay. End phase. Let's land our unit again. This time I'll put him a little further south. Maybe he won't get hit. Let's move him. Well, no, I'm not going to do that, I don't think. We'll move him up. Move him up. I guess we'll leave him there. Oh, come on. Unbelievable. Wow. Now this stiff resistance button, if you click that, you don't have to retreat, but honestly, it doesn't matter. I'd rather not lose the step. If you put stiff resistance, you take a step loss instead of retreating. In a lot of cases, especially when it's only a 1 hex retreat, I'll take the retreat. Thank you very much. And we lose another unit. Go to turn 10. Sometimes I think it's a little bit too difficult to actually eliminate some of these guys. So let's move him up here. Then we're going to move this guy up. Basically, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to win this game because it's just not progressing. We're not knocking out these guys here, and we need to, unfortunately. So, let's bring back one of that. I'm going to bring back 2 flamethrower units. And now we're in the movement phase. So let's take, let's go here. Shoot, I blew that. I blew it. I needed to move this guy here, and then I would have been able to move this guy here. So instead, I'm just not going to move him at all. Put him there. We'll put him here. And we'll move this guy here. We'll move this guy here. And we'll move this guy here. This guy and this guy can be replacements, assuming I get my 2 flamethrower units landed. Alright, so we're not moving. Go to the next phase. Now we've got 11 strikes we can apply. I only have 8 I actually want to do, though. And we'll just do 9, 10, 11, just because we can. Okay, that actually worked out pretty well. So we'll do this. Hope for the best. Nope. All right, that worked out. And we'll use this guy and hit this one. And this will not work out. Although it changed from the igloo looking thing to just a pillbox, so that's nice, I guess. That's all we've got, so we move on. Now we gotta land. We'll land them here and here. And now, what else do we want to do? Could do that. And that. And I think that's all I'm going to move right now. Okay, yes. Okay, getting there. Okay, we'll do this, I guess. This probably is going to result in a step loss. And it does, but we did eliminate the unit. So, we'll take this. Again, probably going to result in a step loss. Yep. So, we'll just eliminate this guy, I guess. Alright. So now we're down to 3, 5, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Still not looking great here. All right. On to turn 11. 6 turns to go. We still need to just... Okay. Slow, 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 slow. All right, and free movement. Give a replacement there. And all right, now we're moving again. Okay, well, we'll move this guy here. Question is, I think I know the answer to this, but we're going to move this guy back, and hope that I can put this guy in that spot. And I can't. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. All right. Well, can I, if I move this one here. Huh, that's interesting. Oh, because it's a tank. That's why. Tank unit can't go in that that terrain. All right, that accomplishes what I was hoping it would accomplish. Now, where do we want to move? Let's take this guy. This guy can go here. This guy can go here. We'll move him up to there so that he can be support for them next turn, hopefully. Now I have this guy that I might want to keep as a candidate for a replacement step. So I think I'm going to leave him be. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. He can move up like 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can move 2, 1, 2, 3. I think he can move here. We'll just move him there. And phase, yes. Bombardment time. So I'm going to hit this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. And we have 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that worked out pretty nicely. All right. Shoot. Well, mostly nicely, I guess. All right, 1 down. Gonna go for it. Gonna attack this guy with this guy. Oh, I have to retreat. Oh, damn. That was not what I was expecting to happen there. Well, I guess that wasn't terrible. Again, I have to make some headway here. Have to kill units and nothing. So, fantastic. All right. End phase. So now we get to land our flamethrower unit again and move some guys up here. This one has a tank unit. We want this one here. He can't participate in this attack because of the terrain, so just move him there. Sucks that he got retreated so far. 3 hex retreat is terrible. Because basically what it does is it means you are out of range to do any kind of meaningful damage. Okay. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it. This is probably going to result in a reduced... No, it didn't result in anything. Which is better than getting a reduction, I guess. Oh, for crying out loud, man. Alright. Now they shoot at us. They killed a unit. We'll put him there, and I'm gonna replenish this unit as well. Do that. We'll say we want to replace there. And then we'll go in our eliminated box and we'll bring in a flamethrower again. Alright, so now we're just basic movement again. Send them there. Where can this guy reach? He can reach over here, so we're going to go there. We'll send this one here. Okay, so we have these two targeted now. Move them there. Take this guy. I'm gonna go here, I think. And we will be done. I don't think I have anybody further south, which I do not. Now I have this unit. All right, we'll just stick with what we've got here. And we'll hit twice, 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 and one more. How about this guy? Okay. Take this one. All right, took him out. We'll do this one. It's probably not gonna... Oh, it actually worked. That was pretty sweet. I guess we'll hit this one since he's suppressed. We might as well. Oh, for crying out loud, man! Stop making me retreat 3 frickin' hexes. Good Lord. All right. What the hell? Why not? That's a pretty decent. Of course, we have to be depleted, but we did eliminate a unit. All right. I don't think we have. Oh, we do. We still have this one. Yeah, that's not happening. So we're just gonna move on. Oh. Let's land. And now we can move again. Except that we can't really do much here. Move him up, I guess. Now where can they reach? Not far enough. So we'll just hold off there. They can get to here, so we'll move them up here. And we're going to send this guy up here. And that's it. Really, the only one I would consider is this one, so why not? Probably going to take a step loss, but yeah, we did, but we did knock him out. We'll just skip the advance there. I don't need to go in that direction at the moment. All right, I don't think I have anything else. We got 2 here, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 left. All right, 13, 14, 15. We got 4. Oh, bad weather. This is not helpful. As you can see, bad weather, we lost half our movement. So we went from 6s to 3s. This is not good at this stage of the game that we can't move our units up, but we're going to have to do what we can do here. So we'll take this guy and move him up here. Slowly but surely. Then we'll take our replacement and we'll replace this guy, and then we'll go into our eliminated and we'll bring back our last flamethrower unit. And now we can move forward again. I gotta bring him back in. I was hoping not to have to commit him to this combat, but apparently I do not have a choice. Alright, we'll send him up here, I guess. Here. And okay. And I think that's it. Do I even have anybody else? I do. Just that guy. All right, we're done. Bombardment time. 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. Incoming. Come on, give me some suppressions, man. Give me some suppressions. There we go. We got 4 of them. That works. All right, so we'll start here with, I guess, these 2. All right, worked out. And we'll do this guy with this one, which probably won't do anything, but we got to take a chance at it. And then we'll try this one with these 2. Hopefully this will work, and it didn't, of course. And then down here, which is like the bane of my friggin' existence, we actually made them move. But they're not eliminated. So, fan-frickin-tastic. Moving on. Alright, now they won't be able to move in, of course. Nobody can move because we have only 1s here, which really is not enough to move anywhere. So, we're just done. Bad weather is a killer. Yeah, I'm not attacking anybody right now. Sorry. I don't really have any. Well, that's not true. You know what? I'm going to hit this guy. Yeah, we're going to hit him. Whatever. Great. They can retreat 3 spaces, but they can only move 1. What a bunch of bullcrap that is. Alright, well, I tried. This is definitely going to be a loss because I just can't eliminate these units. I really am kind of at a loss at how you're supposed to do this because it just does not work. But at least we got some good weather for this turn. All right, let's put him here, and we'll put him here, and we'll do that. Oh shoot! I skipped my replacement phase. Well, that was stupid, and that's going to cost me. I also didn't land my unit last turn, which was also stupid and going to cost me. All right, so let's get our stupid train moving again, I guess. Ultimately, I suppose it doesn't really matter because I'm basically my goose is cooked at this point. I'm not going to be able to win this game. Okay, so... Oof. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He can't move there, I guess. Alright. We'll skip the advance. And we still have to take a depletion. All that firepower going against one damn hex, and we still have to take a frickin' reduction. Oh, brother. Alright, next to last turn. Okay, now we can move again. And of course the weather's crappy, so I'm not going to really be able to do much this turn, but we'll move up anyway. Nope. This will probably be a retreat. No, no retreat. Alright, well. Oh, two hex retreat. Fantastic. And that's that. Landing. And I don't really think anybody can move. can deploy Task Force Collins, I guess. But again, it's the last turn of the game. Oh, it's the next to last turn of the game. So, I don't think it really matters at this point. Well, we might as well hit this guy because we can. And we all have to retreat anyway. So, that is that, as they say. Last turn. Alright. And that's it, baby. I'm not even going to bother to try. Doesn't matter. We're taking the big old L on this one, my friends. Yep. Long game. Yeah, we did not do very well. We're about 50% on our bombardments. I had to retreat 31 times, so that's not great. So, there you have it. Taking the big loss. I guess I did as well as I could. But, you know, the game's not easy, which I guess is good in a way. It would be nice to be able to win once in a while. But you take it as it comes, I guess. So, if anybody's still watching all the way through this was a particularly long episode. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching, as always. My name is Joe. This is Hexed Encountered. And until next time, happy gaming.